This is Gail with Sportinarium, and today we're joined by Nicola Hopewell. Nicola, how's things?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good as well, thanks. We just wanted to catch up with you following your fight on the 24th. Obviously, you were fighting Tasha Doesn't Like Boys, who you'd already fought the year before. And this was the rematch because your original opponent couldn't travel, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. She was in France. I think she was in Paris. And they said that she couldn't travel over for the fight, which was only a week before the fight was supposed to happen. So quite short notice, really.
Right, okay. So what was that like then? Like, what's it like to get such short notice for a change of opponent when you've trained for somebody else? I mean,
I think it's a little bit frustrating because you've been training for a certain opponent, and then when it changes, you're like back to square one sort of thing. But I think with it being Tasha, and I'd already boxed her before, I already knew what to expect, and I already knew kind of what she boxed like. It weren't like I was going in there blind, like week before fight. So I guess it wasn't that bad, and I think it was a good thing to get the rematch out of the way, because Tasha has been pushing for it. So I think just to get that rematch out of the way, and then like now I feel I can probably move on a little bit now.
Forward.
And that rematch isn't like hanging over me.
So why did Tasha want the rematch? Tell, just in case there's people who don't know.
So on the first fight, which was on the 4th of September 2020, she said that she overextended her jab arm, and I stopped her in the first round, but then when they finished the fight, she did say that it was her arm that was bothering her. And that was the reason she said that she had to stop. And then they said, like on the interview after, like they asked me what was next for me, and she shouted over saying a rematch. I want a rematch. And then from then she's been pushing for it ever since.
Okay. So you get the long-awaited rematch with Tasha. I was watching the fight, as you know. I was watching it with my husband, and we were confident that you were going to get the win, but maybe not as quick as you did. But I know that you tend to get wins pretty quick, like they tend to end pretty fast. So it was the second round, something like a minute 50, something into the second round, is that right?
Yeah, I think it was minute 50. Yeah.
Yep, and it was an absolutely evil body shot. And because there's no crowds there, you could hear it, like you could hear the sound more than you would if there was a crowd in that there. So, and that ended the fight. You could see that Tasha was in pain for this body shot. So just talk to us about kind of how it was for your perspective.
I guess when the shot connected with her, I'd got my force behind it, and I think when it did connect and I heard that noise, I knew she weren't getting back up from when she'd gone over, because I think there was just too much power in it, and it just took wind out of her. And I think when she got back up, she said that she never felt a body shot like that before, and I think she said my soul left my body. I think that's what
I was just about to say that when I interviewed her. She said that she had said, like, literally it was like I felt my soul leaving my body.
Yeah, that was it.
And I thought that's a brilliant analogy, actually. It's a brilliant description, but so it was really a good one, you know.
I think when I threw it, I didn't feel like I'd thrown it with that much force until it actually connected, and then I just thought, oh, oops.
So anyway, it was a spectacular victory. So well done on that. Tell us, what did you do after the fight? What did you do after the fight that night? Because you're away from home, and you're staying in Aberdeen where the fight was. And so what kind of things you do? I mean, are you knackered after? I mean, you've only done a couple of rounds, I suppose, but afterwards, are you just like, oh, I just want to rest now, or I want to get something to eat, or what? I'm going to sit in the pub and have a wee drink and, chat with everybody. What kind of things do you do?
Well, with us being in the hotel and everyone was staying at the same place, like in a bubble sort of thing, when we finished the fights, we just went and had a quick shower, got changed, and then the first thing on my mind was food. Yeah, so I got my like phone and money and went downstairs, and we all just went. They've got like a bar area, so we all sat in there and we ordered food because there were nowhere open or anything like that. So we just ordered food to the hotel, and then we just sat and had a few drinks as well, which were quite nice. Like everyone were there. Tasha were there. All our opponents were there, which I thought were also quite nice just to socialise with everyone.
Yeah, yeah. And it would have been a long journey for you as well, going up and back. Yeah. Did you come back the next day then? Did you just come home the next day?
Yeah, so we went up on the Friday, ready for the weigh-in. Then we boxed on Saturday, and then Sunday we came home about lunchtime. So by the time I got home, it was probably getting on like 8-9 o'clock at night. So yeah, it was a long weekend. Worth it, but it was a long weekend.
And what's the kind of response been on social media? Because I know you've been putting yourself kind of out there a bit more than that on social media. And from what I could see, it looked like you get a really good response from a lot of people. Like people were posting on your posts and saying that, commenting on the body shot. And so have you had a good response from people?
Yeah, and I think like everything's been positive as well. I don't think I got one bad comment or negative comment on anything that I've posted. Yeah, and there were lots of support, like loads of support behind me. And I just think like probably this past few months, my social media has grown quite a lot. I just think people just get to know you, don't they? And then they just support you.
Yeah,
but
they'll come and they'll watch. Yep.
Yeah, and like with the journey being so long on Sunday, I knew it was going to be a long journey home. Like usually probably I'd get some food and then I'd be like up all night like on my phone and stuff, but I left it until the journey home, so I had something to do, just like replying back to people, just saying thank you and that, because I like to, if someone's wished me good luck, I just like to wish just like to say thank you.
Okay, so what's next then? Do we know what's next?
I know I've got I've got a few fights coming up actually over the summer, but my next one is on the 10th of July in Colchester, and I believe they're trying to get the opponent I should have had for Saturday. Fingers crossed. Yeah, but if they can't get her, they have got a backup as well, which I do know of, and I think she's from Spain, so it'll be like an international opponent. But yeah, I've definitely got an opponent for that. But it just needs confirming which one.
Right, so you've got Colchester, July, so that's not that long away actually. And then you've got other fights later in the year?
Yeah, so I've got one on the 14th of August in Barrow. That's where I did my pro debut, going back there. And then Brighton, which was on the 4th of September. I'm on that one. And then I think there's one in November. I'm not sure what date.
Right. So but you're going to have a busy year. You're going to be busy then. You're going to have a busy year.
It feels like it, yeah. And like they've also said to us, like just be prepared if any come up in between that.
Really? Yeah. So there's possibility you could get more. Okay.
Yeah, but we're always in gym and we're always training. So if one did pop up, like I'm not too far away from my weight either, so it won't be a problem.
Right, okay. Because I was going to say that, like, how if you've got a fight coming up in July, does that mean you're straight back into camp, or do you have a couple of weeks of relaxing and having Chinese and chocolate or whatever? I don't know. Before you're back into camp mode.
Last week I had most of the week off. And had some nice food. I went to a pub for my dinner, and then I went to the gym Friday. I was like, I need to ease myself back in because I had the rest of the week off. So I went to the gym Friday, and then we're back in this week. But this week's more of we're in every day, but we're not doing as much as what we usually do. So it's like just a steady week. But then next week, he said we'll be back in camp, ready for July.
Right. What's that like? I mean, is it quite intense? Because, I mean, that's not a lot of time off in between,
No, it's not a lot of time. But then I guess if anything comes, we've got to be prepared if anything comes up earlier than July, because we know, like, with shows taken off and stuff now, they might be the last minute. Like, can Nicola be honest?
Yeah, well, of course,
something
because,
could come up.
Yeah, somebody else's opponent can't get, then there's potential for you to be called up. So
so I'd probably it's not a lot of time off, but I feel like I've had enough time off, and probably the first few weeks of camp anyway, they're not going to be as intense as
near the end.
Yeah.
Okay. So because they're going to be later in the year, there's possibility that there's going to be fans at some of your fights then?
Yeah.
So what's that? Because obviously the past couple of fights have been behind closed doors. So what's your thinking on that, potential for fans to be there? Excited, nervous?
Yeah, I'm really excited. I think the Colchester one, that's going to have fans on it, which is the July one. So that should be the first one with fans. And I'm really excited because my last two have been behind closed doors. Then my mum and dad, just my family and close friends, I'd just love them to be there if they could, but obviously they couldn't be. So even just to get them there, it's just special just have them actually with you.
Yep. It's totally different, isn't it? Well, I
it's
imagine
a different atmosphere.
Yeah, having known that your family and your friends and your loved ones are all there. But the behind closed doors, I mean, from a fan's perspective, it's good because we get to hear absolutely everything, But, from a fighter's perspective, I would imagine that, it's kind of alien. It's like, you expect to be fighting in front of fans. So, well, that's really good. I didn't realise it would be as soon as the July one, so that's good.
Yeah.
So there'll be tickets on sale for that then?
Yeah, there will be, yeah.
So why should people buy tickets to come see you fight in Colchester? Come on, it's time to bum yourself up.
I train really hard, and I'll try and make it last more than 2 rounds. Get your money's worth.
Get your money's worth, yeah. Definitely.
It'd just be nice just to see everyone who want to support me just come along and cheer me on.
Yeah, that's a good answer. So I was going to ask you about the fight at the weekend. Did you watch it, the Taylor and Jonas fight?
I did watch that one. Yeah. That's one I did watch.
What did you think of it?
Oh, I loved it. I loved it.
Good, wasn't it?
I was so happy for Tasha, really. Obviously fighting Katie Taylor is a massive deal, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is.
Who she is and everything, but she gave her a good fight, and to be honest, I thought in some of them rounds she actually hurt her. I think you could tell.
Yeah. Yep.
So I thought it was a really good fight.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. And I think we've got Terry Harper coming up as well. Is it Hoy?
Something like that. I don't know why you say it.
It might be. I don't know why. I think it might be the 15th of May. I'm probably wrong. I'll double check it.
I think that's right.
Yeah, but women's boxing's doing really well just now, isn't it? And what I've noticed as well is that there is actually an awful lot of support for people supporting it. Like people commenting, saying, I didn't think I would enjoy it, but my goodness, that was a brilliant fight. And, so it's a good time for women's boxing just now. So obviously I would urge everybody to buy a ticket and go along and see Nicola and her stablemates fighting. Now, I know you don't always watch all the matches, but I have to ask you, all the fights, sorry. Do you plan to watch Canelo and Billy Joe Saunders?
I'm planning on watching it, yeah.
Okay, good. What's your thoughts? What are you thinking?
I think Canelo. I like watching Canelo.
I do as well. He's a defensive genius, I think. I love his movement and stuff. And have you saw all the stuff today? You saw all the stuff
I've only
today,
seen bits. I've only seen bits of it because I've been working all day and then I went to the gym, but I've seen little bits about the ring size.
About the ring size and stuff, yeah. So hopefully it goes ahead. Yeah. Okay. So the first time that I interviewed you, we did quick fire questions. So this is quick fire part 2 for Nicola Hopewell. Okay. So hopefully I've not duplicated any of the questions. I don't think I have, but here we go. Quick fire. You know the drill. Answer quick as you can, fast as you can, the first thing that comes to your mind, okay? Okay.
Okay.
How cool are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
8.
8? Brilliant. What is your favourite chocolate?
A plain bar of dairy milk.
Love it. If you had a boat, what would you name it?
A boat?
People buy these big yachts and they give them they name them after their wife or their lover or their whatever. What would you call yours?
Nick Knock.
Nick Knock? What's that?
That used to be my nickname when I was growing up.
All right, okay. What's your most used emoji?
The laughing face.
The laughing face. Are you reading a book just now?
No, I don't read very often.
Tell us one thing that your parents taught you that completely changed your life.
I don't know.
Like, don't talk to strangers, or just
probably don't talk to strangers. And then now I'm.
And now you're online talking to strangers.
Talking to everybody.
Yeah. Okay. Qualities you value in people.
Honesty.
Okay. What superpower do you wish that you had?
Oh. To fly.
Something you like about yourself?
I think I'm pretty kind.
Okay. Have you ever had a recurring dream?
I don't think so.
No. If past lives were real, what would yours be?
I don't know.
Yeah. You don't know?
No, I don't
can
know.
Get back to me with that one at some point. If you had a time machine, where would you go and why?
Time machine. I'd go back to when my mum was a child or teenager and see how good she was.
Well, as in how well behaved?
Yeah. See what she used to get up to.
Did she make it out like she was angelic and stuff?
Yeah, but then we all know what she's like and how crazy she is.
Brilliant. Do you have any pre-fight rituals?
Not really. Usually I just like to chill out a little bit. And when we've been to Aberdeen and stuff, I'll ring my mum and dad up. But apart from that, probably no, not really. I know a lot of people listen to music and stuff, but it doesn't really bother me.
I actually heard Sonny Edwards today. He was doing an Instagram live, and he said that one of his was he has to go for a really hot bath, but not wash with shower gel. Just sit in a really hot bath for 20 minutes, but no wash. Says he doesn't like to go into the ring smelling too nice. I thought, fair enough.
Makes sense.
Favourite TV channel?
Oh, ITV.
ITV. What's your favourite programme? You don't watch Coronation Street and all that, do you? You do,
no,
don't you?
No, I don't watch Coronation Street, but I watch Emmerdale.
Emmerdale? Oh, Nicola. My daughter watches it and all, and I cannot believe that she actually I'm like, I remember my mum and that watching it when I was young, and so it was something that I've never watched. But I suppose I've watched Vampire Diaries and stuff, so I'm not much better. Okay, so that was it for the quick fire. One of the things I wanted to say was I had read that you're looking for sponsorship because it's been a tough year, obviously, for businesses and stuff. Yeah. And so you'd lost a couple of your sponsors. So if anybody's watching, could share this video or, share Nicola's profile. Who do they contact? If there's anybody out there who's able to give sponsorship for you. Is it yourself they just contact?
Yeah, just send me a message and then I'll point them in the right direction.
Right, okay. So on the lookout for sponsors, guys. And that's it. We just really wanted to check up, just to congratulate you, obviously, on your win. And that's it. I'm sure we'll catch up again before your next fight, which isn't that far away, actually.
Not that far.
Not that far away at all. So, and you'll be back in camp soon, and everybody can continue to follow Nicola on Twitter. She's on Facebook. She's on Instagram. I'll post the links. And thank you for your time. And
thank you.
Catch up again shortly. And I'm sure by then I'll have thought of some other quick fire questions for you. That'll be part 3. It'll be like Star Wars. There'll be all these like installments, like quick fire part 3, part 4, all that kind of thing. But I appreciate your time. I know it's late and you've probably been out working and stuff, so at the gym or whatever. So thanks again, and I'll speak to you soon.
Thank you. Speak to you soon.
And best of luck. Best of luck when the fight comes up in July. But as I said, we'll catch up with Nicola again before then.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.